things I noticed about my white mom is she didn't have any foundational relationships with black women.
Anytime, each and every time videos like this are made, which of course, by the way, nobody needs my fucking validation, okay? But just saying, it's the absolute truth and nothing but the truth. There are white women in the comments telling the world how that's absolutely not true. And I don't think you realize how fucking stupid you sound, you know? Because first and foremost, you, me, none of us that looks like that, none of us that's not or has never and never will walk in the shoes of those the message comes from, get to in any way trivialize, deny, neglect, talk down on the message given in the first place. Okay, I know that was a lot to comprehend for you. But let me rephrase, okay? If you don't know what the fuck she's talking about, you shut the fuck up. Was that easier? Because last time I checked, neither you nor me nor anybody of our, racial background, I should say, has any slightly idea or the slightest idea in general how systemic oppression feels solely on the fact that you look the way you look or you belong to the racial group you belong to. And the funny thing is, y'all are so loud and proud about, not being racist, not seeing color. And at the same time, you do not even realize how fucking racist you are. Because let me tell you one thing, you cannot like black men without honoring black women. Wow, what a wild take. What a wild take. I know that's a hard concept for you to grasp, okay? But at the end of the day, black men came from black women. And it's astonishing that we still have to have this fucking topic in 2025. But let me just remind you that the blackness in your children did not come from you. I mean, I thought it was obvious. But at the end of the day, well, y'all are just fucking stupid. So, let's get to the bottom of this, shall we? When you look at your child, you happen to be a white woman that laid down to create life with the black man. First of all, humble yourself, okay? Let's even start there, okay? Genetically, we are not on the winning side, neither historically nor biologically, okay? But that's not here nor there. Let me just not digress again. So many of us are so up in arms and up people's asses about, oh my God, I love black men. First and foremost, that statement in itself is fucking problematic. You just have a fetish for black men. You like to ride dick, but you do not want to know no shits about black realities. That's why your emphasis is on black men, because you don't give no flying fuck about the black woman, the one that created life in itself. You do not give two shits about the living reality of black women that are directly influenced by your silence, by my silence, and the enabling of hundreds of years of racism. And you are directly feeding into that narrative by telling the world how much you like black men. Because what the fuck do you mean by that? So your type is only black men? You do not care about nobody's emotional state, nobody's mental well-being, nobody's upbringing, nobody's cultural background. You do not care if the guy is tall, short, if he has blue eyes, brown eyes, green eyes, if he has blonde hair, long hair, short hair. You do not care if he's educated. You do not care what he does for a profession. You do not care about anyway how he spends his private time. You do not care if he's a fucking couch potato that has no ambitions whatsoever, or if it's a highly educated man that thrives to do better in his career and his personal life every single day. The only thing you want to know is that the man is black. And if that's the case, you have a black dick fetish. Let's just be fucking for real. Okay? Don't be coming on, yeah, it's just my type. No, an entire race of people is not your type. It isn't. And I guarantee you, if I show you a slideshow of 10 different black men, you will pick the one that you think are black men. The ones you see in videos, the ones you see on Hollywood screens, the ones you see in rap videos. These are the type of black men you like. Because you have a fetish for exactly the blackness that the media has been feeding us into, or has been... Let's try this again, okay? It's fucking 8 a.m. in the morning, Friday for that matter, okay? you do not care about black people, okay? Your care is limited to your fetish. And your fetish is rooted in the sexualization and fetishization of black skin on black men. And that's that. And if you project that hatred onto your children that are being perceived and treated as black in a predominantly white society will always look at black women, particularly black dark-skinned women, and are going to have some type of inferiority complex, some type of jealousy, some type of hatred because their mother was not able to decolonize her own whiteness and get over her inferiority complex. So she projected that shit onto her children. And now the same children that get belonging only and only from black people, particularly from the black woman, are looking at the blueprint of humanity with disgust because you didn't do your fucking job. Your fetish is not a preference. Having an entire race of people as a preference is not a preference, is a fetish. Okay? So, and now that we have that out of the way, you cannot honor black men without honoring where they came from. And where did black men come from? Surely not from your unmelanated coochie. Surely not. And that leads me back to what I was saying in the beginning. Why are y'all, because there are white women on this app that are like, I have black children. Listen to me. The fact that you procreated with a black man does not in no way, shape or form give you any right to invalidate, invade or intrude black spaces. 1, black topics. 2, or black existences in the first place. You need to stay on our white ass lane and shut the entire fuck up and work on your internalized racism because it's insane. You are creating children that should be doing community work later in their life because unfortunately, yes, our children, even if our white privilege does not extend to our children systemically in the way it does affect white children when they have 2 white parents. However, our children still are on the beneficiary side of colorism, okay? Because light skin privilege is a thing. It's a thing, and that's a very thin ice because I cannot speak on these topics clearly as I am not, I'm melanin impaired, so I'm not okay. However, if you are not able to decolonize your whiteness and understand that the root of humanity is the black woman, no matter how angry that gets you, you are going to raise black children that will look at the blueprint of humanity and will, instead of seeing themselves, see representation and greatness, see the black excellence, the black girl magic, the achievements of hundreds of years of resistance, are going to see jealousy, are going to see hatred, because you reproduced your stereotypes, your hatred and your inferiority complex onto your children, that now instead of honoring black women are going to see black women as a competition, when in reality black women stand without any competition. Black women are not to be competed with because black women stand alone. It's really that simple. And if you, in any shape or form, are triggered by anything I said in this video, go fuck yourself. Okay, you are part of the problem. And I don't give a shit if that makes you angry. You need, not even for yourself, I don't give a shit about your sorry ass existence. You need to do better for your kids. Because even though they have a white mother, they are not going to be treated any less racist or any better just because they have a white mother. In opposite of that, they are going to be seen as the result of a race baiter, as a traitor, as somebody that stooped so low as to procreate with a black man. Instead of for you to speak up and be aware of that and actively decolonize that mindset and speak up against the injustices happening to black people every single day by the silence that we are still bringing out every single day because we are showering ourselves in fake ass innocence, you are on the internet telling the world how much you like black men, when in reality, you do not give 2 shits about the existence of black people in a system of white supremacy as long as it benefits you. And that's a problem. And I want to say that once again, no white parent, whether dad or mom, I don't give a shit what you call yourself, can raise strong, confident black children in a predominantly white society without the influence of the black woman. Like it or not, I don't give a shit, but that's the way it is. We don't feel it. We don't experience it. We need to listen. Not listen to reply, listen to learn. Try it sometime.